Okay, coming into Wednesday, you're going to notice that I have a small lighting change on the set here. All of a sudden, as I look out my windows right now, the snow is coming down quite hard. So it got a little dark where it was sunny here a couple days ago, which was more like about 45 minutes ago. I decided I better turn on the lights so that I don't lose any quality here with the DVD or with the filming. So if you notice the difference, that's why I'm sure I'm far better looking in this light than I was in the other. Well, no, I'm not. But anyway, coming into Wednesday, my weight is down to 202, so it's, again, roughly another 2 pounds. I think it's about 2.5 pounds. Wednesday at 202, again, I'm feeling, again, the numbers are predictable. I'm feeling pretty comfortable with how things are going. I essentially have no concerns or worries at this point. Everything is clockwork, everything is going the way that it's supposed to go. This is going to be my last day to train. As I said earlier, I'm going to come back. Today I'm training upper body again, essentially almost the exact same exercises as I did on Monday. I'm picking my exercises based on feel. Again, I want to stretch and squeeze. I want to use the pec deck. I want to use slow lat pulls for a good squeeze in my lats. That sort of thing. Volume is going to remain the same. Philosophy is the same. I'm going to just go in, get a pump, not deplete, that sort of thing, and get out. I actually cut it a few sets shorter than I normally do, only because I felt like I might have been a little bit flatter, and I certainly didn't want to flatten myself out too bad 2-3 days before the show. And of course, I can always load again if I do happen to get too flat, but I don't want to force a load if I don't have to. Again, force the load, then I have to deal with this big variable of loading again that, you know, could potentially have its consequences. I know how my body handles loads. At the same time, loading right before a show is a little different than loading 1 week out, because I don't get to see those changes. I have to go on my experience as far as what I anticipate happening based on past shows and that sort of thing. So I don't want to do it if I don't have to do it. Let's put it that way. So I kept the volume down. Again, just stretch and squeeze. Nothing heavy, no soreness, no nothing of that nature. At this point, I'm actually very pleased with my condition. I think if I was not worried about or focused on making the light heavies, my condition over the course of today or even yesterday is very doable for a day before the show. I could have at that point manipulated my water and gotten on stage at this point and been very happy with my conditioning. But it's important to me in a show of this size that I get into the light heavies. I don't want to go into the heavies again, just a few pounds over the cutoff. I'd much rather take my conditioning that I know is going to be there for the show and take it into the top of the light heavy class, as I feel I can do a whole lot more damage or punishing or whatever you want to call it in the light heavy class than I can in the big boy class. And when I say big boy class, that's something that's personal to me. Those are my feelings on it. Certainly not to take away anything from the light heavies myself or anybody else who competes as a light heavy, because I've seen some light heavies who are big boys too. To me, the heavyweight class, that's playing with the big boys. You're a heavyweight, a legitimate heavyweight that's in condition. I don't care if you're 4 pounds into the class, you're still a heavyweight, you're still a big son of a bitch. Now, this is going to be the last day for my post-workout supplements as far as, you know, my carbs, post-workout of course, because this is the last workout, kind of self-explanatory. It's also going to be the last day for my other supplements. And again, going in when I'm done training, and I'm going to have Caroline rip up my shoulders and make sure that everything is smooth and natural looking and looks the way that it's supposed to. And again, the focus again is going to be on shoulders, because that's where the focus needs to be. It's also going to be my last tanning day. Again, I touched on this earlier, you know, I think it was when I covered Monday. I don't need the color at this point. I'm dark. I'm always dark. It's just a matter of routine. I'm used to tanning on Mondays and Wednesdays, so I'm going to get in there and I just essentially keep it as another constant variable, so I don't have to play with that as well. Same thing as far as rest, same thing as far as food. All my food is staying the same again today. All my water is staying the same again. And I know that that may be boring to hear. Well, gee, Skip, you just keep saying that every day. I'm doing that for a reason, and I'm trying to point out the obvious and make it as obvious as possible that it shouldn't change. It's another constant variable. The water, the food, the types of food, etc. They all need to remain the same. This is the last week, and those variables need to be as constant and consistent as possible.